So one other thing that's been going on today actually is that I've been spending a bunch of time learning and interfacing and practicing with various types of AI. I actually sat in on a retreat today, and the purpose of that retreat was to talk about not necessarily using AI as a tool, but more about how to build a relational field with some of the available AI systems that are out there now, and how to use those. Again, I don't want to use the word tools because we're trying to, at least in that philosophy, trying to consider that as building a relationship. And the vast amount of information that's available in those systems is pretty incredible. And being able to take that vast resource and tune it to be able to be conversational with you is really what we were talking about today. And it was freaking fascinating. And there's a lot of potential for how I think that could be really, really useful. I actually used it to do a book outline last year that I haven't started working on yet, but I was pretty amazed with putting some really esoteric concepts into the system and then saying, hey, help me come up with a way to flange all this up and fit it together. It's pretty cool. I also started working with Midjourney, which is a visual AI, yesterday. And I think I used about half of the monthly allocation that I paid for in my subscription in the last 24 hours playing with this thing, trying to create some imagery for a website update that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. And that some of this content, in theory, is going to become like the content of that website. And so I've been really just steeping in AI related topics in the last 24 hours. And that actually has been fascinating. And also I've found, as is often the case with technology, the more I'm focused on that, the less I'm present and thinking about things like, being relational with other human beings, which is what these videos are about. So that's an interesting thing to navigate and to notice and to practice working with, really, is just managing that relationship and maybe finding a way even to use those systems, that relationship, to support presence instead of losing myself in the doing. And so I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out here over the next few weeks as I'm working on this website update, as I'm working on creating content, creating imagery. It's really a blast. It's really giving me a lot of of things to play with from a creative standpoint that I'm so looking forward to and so enjoying. And that's really the purpose of the website update. But, it's just it's to be a fun project, a project that I'm going to enjoy working on to create something different than what I have right now. And yeah, so I'm just mentioning, I guess, to the world that this idea of relationality with AI, instead of considering it a tool to be used, was a really interesting frame that I appreciated a lot. And I can see how that would allow a different type of creation. And I'm really excited to also try out that type of interaction and relationality with especially the language models, because I think they have almost a conversational tone already, and apparently you can build more of that the more you interact with them. And that's just really an interesting concept to me that I hadn't spent too much time on. I've used like ChatGPT for just creating a draft of a document, creating, like I said, a book outline for a concept that I had. But I haven't thought about how I might use it to help me build my worldview. And I've started to do that now, just in a few minutes that we had to do an exercise in that retreat. And yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to check that out, because I think it's going to be it could be a really interesting way to expand my thinking. And I love to learn, and I love to expand my thinking, and so I'm always looking for more opportunities to do that. And yeah, so I'll be maybe reporting back on more of that exercise. I don't know, we'll see where this goes. And I think that's all for that topic. There's probably plenty more, but love you all. See you later. Talk to you soon.